It's Father's Day.
I didn't hurt my children.
You're trying to keep them from him on Father's Day.
I did not keep them from him.
If you were doing what was best for your children, you would have let him pick them up.
If I owe anything, it's the movie tickets. It was at 1 o'clock. And because of the cops, they missed Inside Out. And I was not found in contempt. And that's a family matter. And that has...
Do you understand that contempt of court is a different... Excuse me, I'm speaking.
My daughter was sick. She had a fever.
Okay, I'm speaking.
Her.
You need to stop speaking now because I'm speaking.
Okay.
You understand that contempt is a different legal standard than we have, correct?
You're telling me that I disregarded him? No,
I'm telling you you're not doing the best you can by your
He bypassed me and called the cops. He did not return my call.
It doesn't matter. You should have been the bigger person and let him pick them up. What I'm trying to do is right by your daughters. But you've got to love them more than you hate him. And I'm going to him next. I'm going to him next.
I don't hate him.
Okay?
Still love him.
So maybe that's it. You still love him too much.
No,
that you're still
too
hurt.
much. Just enough. I just want him to learn to communicate with me and stop controlling everything.
And that's why you tried to assert it on Father's Day. This is an issue you should talk to somebody about. Talk to a child therapist. Ask them what would have been best for your daughters that day.
I do have a therapist.
Sir, you played games too. You called the cops when she was trying to get a hold of you and you weren't answering, and then you were, and then you weren't, and then you were. And you were trying, excuse me, sir, excuse me. You were trying to create a court record, just like she was, and then you took her to court for a contempt. She did a crappy thing. And guess what? This is never going to die, as long as proving that point is more important than just doing the right thing for your daughters. All right, look, I'm going to open this up to my colleagues, but God help the two of you.
I'm just a little uncertain.
Listen.
The more you talk, the more you lose here. So I just want you to listen and tell me, how did he make contact with you?
Actually, so he called the cops at 10.
We got that. He has a very
He did not find me in a park.
He has a very specific memory of finding you in a park.
He found me walking towards Lighthouse Park.
Ma'am.
I'm telling you where
Let me ask you the question.
Yeah.
We just listened to you ramble about excuses that are probably not true.
No excuses.
But putting that aside, let me just ask you this question. He has a specific memory of driving around and finding you, by dumb luck, as he says, in a park up in New Haven where you like to hang out at about 5 o'clock. And you haven't said, no, that's not true.
No, that's
I
not
was
true.
here when he found us.
It's not true. I was not in a park.
I'm going to ask you about
If you look at the police report, that's where they found me and the children walking, not in a park.
You filed a countersuit against him for a car.
Correct.
What's your basis of that? Why do you think that car belongs to you?
I bought the car on Marketplace 5 years ago with my little bit of money I had, and he believes it's not roadworthy for the kids, so he took the plates back after he evicted me and my other 2 children, and I've been asking for my papers to my Jeep so I would have a car because he basically left me with nothing, and he's refused.
Any truth to that?
So she has the Jeep. It's still, with the thousands I put into it, it's not even worth the price of scrap.
And do you have the title?
No, I have a registration.
There is no title.
Which
It's
she
25
had
years
both.
old.
I've heard enough about that. But last question, as to the lost wages, what's your basis
Well,
of that?
it's the 2 days that I didn't get to where I needed to on vacation. And then the last day, I couldn't get back to work on time for my full 2 weeks that I
But that was a choice you made, right? I mean, you chose to take her to court for contempt. You didn't have to. That's why you took off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, for your daughters, you're both in this toxic exchange, and I promise you she's not changing. I think you could change. You seem to get that this is not helping the children. That's all. Parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both.
Well, we've deliberated and we've reached a verdict, and it is unanimous. We all agree that we feel very sorry for your 2 children to have to deal with what we saw in this courtroom here today. Love your children more than you hate your spouse. Remember that. Try and put aside the stuff that you have to deal with on a daily basis, dealing with the mother of your children who's going to give you this sort of an attitude. Now, as far as that particular day, Ms. Eck, it seems clear. You withheld your children from going on their vacation on Father's Day with their father. That's what happened. And therefore, you are responsible for the cost that he incurred having to change his flight. So, as to the claim that you had lost wages, we feel that you haven't met your burden with regard to that. Therefore, we are awarding you $1,455. As for the cross-complaint, we feel you just simply didn't meet your burden, and that's been dismissed. That is the verdict of this court.
Thank you.